Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Real Talks, where we have real conversations with successful entrepreneurs and investors. And for today's episode, we have a very special guest with us. You're someone that you have probably seen his videos but have not seen him in person. This guy is none other than Koocester. In today's episode, we'll find out, number one, how he actually managed to scale from just an internet personality into a global brand. He'll also be sharing with us why he personally thinks that Gen Zs are the best people to hire. And if you stay all the way until the end of this episode, you might even get to see a glimpse of his face. All right, so over to you, Koocester. So maybe let's get the elephant out of the way, right? Why are you always in a mask or covering yourself up and not letting anyone see who you really are?
It's for scalability.
Oh, how so? Maybe you want to explain a little bit?
Because maybe it's not me doing the podcast.
Okay.
Maybe it's I send my team to do it. Because maybe I'm somewhere in Japan now.
I see.
Yeah. So that
maybe
goes,
you're not even here right now, right?
Yeah. So that goes in the same context of the videos.
I see.
That I can be in multiple places at once.
I see. So today the video that I saw that you interviewing someone in Malaysia is probably not you lah.
Yes. I mean, I don't do it anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, so I handle more of the back end of the business.
I see. And also just for the context of the audience, I just found out a few minutes before this podcast that it's not Koocester, okay? Public announcement. It's actually Koocester.
Yes.
Koocester.
Yes.
Right? You must get it out there on the right on the spot so that people won't mispronounce it.
I think it's too much that I've accepted it.
Okay. So maybe I think besides the very cool reason why you always don't show your face, and after a while I do realize that I will see a lot of your videos, you interview a lot of people, but I really never see you. So it made me very curious also, like how do you even get started on this whole thing? Maybe you can share with us like what were you doing before and how did this whole thing come about?
I started this 4 years ago, and I think 4 or 5 years ago. I'm not too sure. Essentially, I like to multitask. Like I don't like to just do one stuff and just benefit from that, but I like to do like multiple stuff that can benefit me more. Mm-hmm. For instance, delivering food instead of just completing the work and getting the reward because I'm already on the road. Mm-hmm. So might as well I approach supercar owners to understand and learn from them while waiting for the red light. While waiting for the green light to come about. And so that way that I can really maximize the productivity. Yeah, I like to be productive.
I see. So last time you were like delivering food and then you saw all the supercars.
Yeah, because I was wondering like, people want to be millionaires, right?
Okay.
But it doesn't make sense that they're driving $1 million cars. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's like, it's something that I cannot comprehend back then. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to understand how were they able to do that.
Can you share with us, do you still remember your first ever interview?
Yes.
Can you share with us?
I think back then it's still posted. It's still there.
Okay.
Apparently he said he was an accountant.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's that.
What car was it? And how do you just went up to and knock on the guy?
Yeah, it was just went up like it was so random. I don't know what caused. I don't know where I find the balls to do that.
Okay.
But it's just when he rolls down the window, he thought it's like the traffic police. Okay. Then I was like, no. TikTok, it's for TikTok. Okay. What do you do? Then he say, I'm an accountant. Looking back now, there's no way that it's possibly an accountant. Or maybe he was an accounting firm.
Okay. Creative, specialized in creative accounting maybe.
Maybe. Okay. I don't know. But it was very, very interesting. I remember the second one.
Okay.
The first guy, I didn't cross paths again. Mm-hmm. But for the guy, the second guy, I remember going towards a U-turn in Chinatown. Mm-hmm. And I saw a very nice McLaren. Mm-hmm. So I thought of approaching it. Mm-hmm. Luckily, it was a financial advisor. Mm-hmm. So they were more open to share, right?
Okay.
And until today, I still meet him. I still come across, the one that we play football together, right? Yeah. So he's there in another pitch.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's very nice to come across these people that I met previously.
I see. Yeah. So one very interesting question is because Singaporeans are, with regards to wealth, sometimes they can be a bit cagey or a bit like don't want to show like they have this, or how do you even get them to appear on interviews, or some of them even invite you to their house to do home tours? Yeah, how do you get around that? Because I thought Singaporeans have this very they like to be low key. Yeah, so how do you do that?
I think that was what we thought in the beginning.
Okay.
Then I asked my friend, do you have anyone that is crazy enough to be the first one? And he mentioned that he has the perfect guy for me. And even better for us, we got a landed property.
Okay.
We got a landed property in Siglap. So it was like super insightful, and it's like amazing. That was our first one. And it is all because I asked. Yeah, so we figured that actually people are willing to share when it is for others. Meaning there would be fulfillment to share these values that they have, or the knowledge that they have is towards others. And it's creating that impact that allows them to share. Yeah, so I think that's one. Then we figured that it's quite hard actually to get these landed properties to interview. So we went door knocking to HDB houses.
Oh, okay.
We literally door knocked, and people know us. So it makes it easier for us to approach and say that we want a house tour.
I see.
Yep. So because of the brand, it makes it easier for people want to be featured. And even nowadays, we get requests to tour their houses.
Yep. I see. I think during this line of meeting people with supercars and amazing houses, I think you met a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of people doing many interesting jobs, right? And then they always, like what you mentioned, they always share what they do and how they get to where they are so successful. What are some of the more interesting lessons or interesting things that you picked up actually from these people?
Oh, a lot, man. And
yeah, maybe you can share like one or two very like lasting impressions.
It's a lot. It's a lot. Like,
okay.
I've interviewed like probably, I don't know how many, but it's really uncountable.
Something
right?
that stuck with you, like blew you away.
I think it's really a lot. like I cannot.
Your last one.
Or the previous one?
Yeah, the previous one.
Oh, so I cannot remember.
Really too many, man.
So it's when I need it.
Okay.
That's where it will appear. So or then like this person said this way, then like it filters by itself, and when the moment that I need it is the moment that I remember. Which where we are today, we are focusing on creating leaders. As I went to ice bath with a good friend at Trifecta. So he was advising me, how do we get from 7-figure to 8 figures? And the secret to that would be creating leaders that can create other leaders. So that is it left a huge impact in me, and we are doing that for the business.
I see.
Yep.
You have actually made quite an interesting career journey, I would say. Previously you deliver food, now you're running your own company. I think you've come a long way, right? So what do you think are some of the biggest lessons you learned while transiting, used to work for other people? Now you're having your own business, you have your own team as well. What are some of the big lessons that you've learned so far?
Well, I think the most important lesson that I tell everyone in the team, despite sales, producer, or whoever they want to achieve it, right? Or whatever goals they have, all it takes is one person. All it takes that they need to know is only one person. Because from this one person, there's a possibility of meeting the person's contact, which can make into another kind of contact that you want to answer for yourself. Like maybe, for instance, I need an answer to something that is very hard to possibly maybe Google back then. Because now ChatGPT, everything is very easy. But same things that I did with this person, that how do we scale from 7 to 8? Because I needed that answer, I just find someone who knows someone. And that's pretty much it. So from that someone, if there would be anyone that I want to know or get to know to, the person probably knows someone. So you literally need to get to know one person and maximize it to really be successful. Like you don't need to put yourself out into another position that is maybe uncomfortable, but you can actually really start from knowing one person.
I see.
Yeah.
And how do you have any example of how one person like changed the trajectory of, let's say, your business, or got you into interviewing some wonderful businesses?
That was actually the first house tour.
Okay.
It was Kevin Lim.
Okay.
He's a property agent
Okay.
that has over 4,000 agents.
Okay.
And he mentioned that business must be scalable, which was what I initially created Koocester for, where I don't have my face in it. But he mentioned more of everything that you do generally needs to 10x. There needs to be multiple factors that benefit a lot more people on one decision. Like maybe what we do, it benefits myself, it benefits my staff, it benefits the clients and partners, it benefits the audience. And I'm pretty sure I miss out a lot more than just this four, which is essentially really 10x of everything, right? And the other more important thing that I feel most people miss out on is doing things that is right, not doing what you like.
Okay.
Yeah, because
maybe you can explain a little bit on that.
Maybe in some business decision, it's something that you like, but it might not bring in a lot more value. But doing what is right actually instill more trust and leadership. But instead of doing what is right, you do what you like, then in that instance, it's wrong. Yeah, and I feel a lot of people miss out on that. Like maybe being a leader, you need to be fair for everyone. But because you like this person, then you're a bit unfair, which is seen to others as you're unfair already. But what is right is to be fair to others, despite any situations there is, and to not cut corners. So doing what is right is always important, and it's something that I constantly remind my team to do.
I see. And I think being a team, now that your team is growing, right? And you're in the social media business. So I can believe that I can imagine that rather the team must be quite filled with a lot of young people, right? So how do you manage all this? Like, I mean, there's quite a bit of talk about like, how do we manage this new Gen Z kind of workforce? How do you manage this group of people and keep them motivated? And
well, I feel like, to me, Gen Zs are the best. Okay, there's a lot of controversy surrounding this, but I feel like Gen Zs are the best to hire. For a few reasons.
That's great. You must explain this.
So for a few reasons that why Gen Zs are very, very... Because they, unlike what we have in the past, where people are very loyal, people want to climb the corporate ladder, despite not enjoying the work, but they still continue working because that loyalty is there. Although, like what Gen Z are nowadays, right? They don't care what you say. They don't care about everything as long as you treat them right and they do what they enjoy. They will continue striving for you, which is essentially what entrepreneurs are, right? We really don't care about whatever that brings in money or not, as long as we are passionate about it and we know that this can go a long way. We really go about it. And I think it helps people to have people management better. Because I think Gen Zs needs compassion and they are softer in that way. But at the same time, it improves bosses to be better leaders, which it really is a lot of compassion towards them. And when you are a good leader, and there's really a difference compared to a boss and a leader. And when you are a good leader and you prioritize them first, every time, they will prioritize you whenever you need them. Whenever you need them.
So how do you keep them motivated? Like,
I think the way that the companies, the way that I operate the company is we strongly must align in the value that we have. And from these values, what keeps us going? And for most of us, we are growth junkies. We ask questions like no other. Like, the way that you ask questions in a podcast, we ask it in a normal day basis. And that is what keeps us going. And also in the culture of the company, where we encourage to do external one-to-ones instead of just internal one-to-ones with other people that we meet.
What do you mean by external, internal one-to-ones?
Internal is like me between my team.
Okay.
And we share what we learn. We share what was fulfilling for us and meant a lot to us. Whereas we create the same format, but in this time, they meet with their network.
Okay.
And then they understand different perspectives and therefore make a better decision because they know or they extend their reality gap. I'm very, very grateful for that.
Nice. So do you say, because you mentioned that really must have alignment in values, right? Were there any times where there was a misalignment in values and you had to make some difficult decisions and things
All
like
the
that?
time, man. All the time.
How do you manage it? Like,
Wow, I think even until today, MNCs hire wrong. So it's very, very hard for us to get it right. And even though we fine tune every single time, I think there's still some that pass through the cracks. And I would prefer to fire them fast, or that was my mistake. Which moving forward, we will fire faster. But at the same time,
so the mistake is not fast enough.
not fast enough. Yes.
Okay.
But at the same time, it is also towards the company values that we are compassionate.
I see.
We are very empathetic and very giving. So that even though sometimes it may take a toll towards the team, how everyone's positivity outweigh the negativity, I think is very important. And I think it definitely we survived because the team is very small, but because we are expanding bigger and bigger, therefore we need to like fire very, very fast. Yeah, as soon as the values misalign.
I see.
Yep.
I think one thing about fast growing companies, I've been in a few of them as well. And I think it's always, there's a lot of mistakes that's made and all, right? So, but I mean, that's part and parcel of growing a company, right? So can you share with us, like, what are some of the most painful or biggest mistake that you have experienced, and how do you solve it?
Oh, I think I'm very lucky that in my journey, I would consider very little mistakes.
Okay.
Even though they can be costly.
Okay.
But compared to other businesses, I think they weren't so lucky. Because operating a startup, I think most startups fail because they don't have that knowledge. And I'm very lucky to even survive and do well because of the people around me. And the two mistakes are, one is hiring wrong again.
Okay.
I think, oh my God.
Like,
I cannot stress.
What wrong hire do you hire? Like,
I think generally, I'm not the best leader back then.
Okay.
Not even now.
Okay.
And we're always trying to do better. And at the same time, we didn't set the right KPIs. So it can be a mistake of me not knowing to be a leader. And also with a bad hire. So I think that led to poor quality videos or poor product, which probably took a toll in sales because the videos aren't doing so well. Yeah, so because of that, we lost a substantial amount of revenue. Only then I realized it recently, which if I would have been a better leader back then, none of this would have happened. And because of that also, I learned the lesson that everything in the company that happens, no matter it's something that you can't control, it is still your fault. Because in any ways that even you can't control it, there's some way or somehow you can actually control it. And it's always to blame yourself whenever things happen and take ownership and how to improve from there. I think that's one. Second one, I think even though it's a mistake, I feel like it is a mistake that is well made because of my car. I think the car costed it costed an amount to me back then because it could have grown my business so much faster if I know how to use that money.
Sorry, you say that again?
Okay, the capital that I used on the car.
Oh, you bought a car with
Yes.
Okay.
Could have been used to fast track the business even more.
I see. Okay.
Right? Because startups, capital is very, very important. And when we have that leverage to actually pump in more money, you would probably know how to spend that money, back then. But back then, I didn't have that knowledge. Why I say it's very well made is because it is very well marketed. Accidentally, right?
Okay.
So we quote unquote maximized it in that way. But at the same time, if I were to go back in that situation, I probably wouldn't have bought the car.
I see.
Yep.
So you will say your two biggest mistakes is hiring the wrong hire, or maybe that at the point of time with the knowledge that you know, as well as buying a car.
Instant gratification. I think people don't emphasize on how we need to focus on delayed gratification so much.
Okay, this is quite deep. Maybe you want to expand on this.
Because I think every single cent, like every business owner that I've met, most of them would say that they wish they have put in more in the business back then. And I didn't understand what it means, nor do I have the use for the money in terms of knowledge on how we could expand it further. And with more people that you meet, it opens up more perspectives on how this capital can actually fast track the business by so much more. Compared to, let's say, if you buy a luxury item, whether it's 50,000, let's put it 50,000, right? It is better off investing back in your business. Because let's say, even if you hire like a salesperson for 3,000 or 4,000, which I think is also still a bit too high for a sales because they have low fixed. Even if you set the KPI to 15 or 20,000, what kind of investment can you do that you invest now 3,000 that brings you back 15,000 at the end of the month? Your business, after seeing that, right, your business will always be your best investment. Yeah, so I think it really opened up my eyes where back then, if I had used maybe 50,000 to pump it back in the business, it would have grown so much more. We are also existing in other markets like Malaysia and Indonesia, with the wages being so much lower, but the market is still very, very strong.
Okay.
Yeah, which at the end of the day, I still can buy the car in the future when, if you made enough, when, but the business still needs money at the point in time.
Okay.
Yeah. Which, delayed gratification, man. Yeah. It's like, oh my God, it goes even deeper than that.
Okay. But I think this one is quite a hard thing to learn because in this culture of instant gratification, right, everyone just wants their stuff quickly and yeah, I see. I think one thing that stood out to me when I talked to you, right, on a more private setting is I think your level of ambition. You have something that not many people that I know have, right? I think you talked to me about your expansion plans, your revenue targets and all. Maybe you can share a little bit like what drives you? Like how come you are so hungry to expand and to grow this business?
Oh, that's something that I never thought about, man. Why?
You always think of expanding the business, but why?
Oh, I know why.
Why?
It's a very purpose-driven business.
Okay.
Because what I have imparted on myself, just from the delivering food, asking these people, and these people are willing to teach just because you're willing to learn. And there would be a difference when you're just asking for the sake of asking or asking to learn. And these outcomes will be different because you can actually feel it. And from these people when you're really willing to learn, they would help you like become a helping hand to introduce you to other people and grow you even further. So from the conversations I had in the past, where it's maybe about personal finance and growing the business, hiring people management, compared to where I am today, the questions I ask is totally different. But it keeps growing me as a person because of the people that I meet. And I'm imparting all this to my team. They have the exact same experience where my experience was 4 years. I created a program that can meet me at the same level within a year. And how can we teach this to normal people on the streets to be able to maybe set their goals right, or even possibly they are not even tracking their goals right? And how do we set, like maybe for personal finance, for instance, a lot of people want to have a comfortable living or be able to be not worry about food in terms of looking at the price tag. And being able to track their finance and knowing all this is how I get to know all this from the beginning. How can we impart this not just to Singaporeans, Malaysians, Indonesians, but how can we impart this to everyone in this world? I feel like it's something that we're missing, even though there will be more and more business page, but it's not enabling it, which is where we want to expand towards.
I see. So there's one thing is, I believe like you as well, the quality of the questions you ask also determine the quality of the answers you receive, right? So if there's anyone, I mean, now you mentioned that there's many little Spider-Mans, little Koocester, interviewing people, right? But if you had the chance to interview someone personally, who is one person you want to interview and what question will you ask him?
Most likely everyone that I want, like those who can really bring value. There's someone I've met before.
No, like say today I'm a genie. I'll let you say you can interview any one person that you want. Who is that one person that you really want to interview right now? And what is the question you ask him?
Late Lee Kuan Yew.
Late Lee Kuan Yew. Okay. And what question will you ask him?
How the hell did he build Singapore?
Wow. Why this question?
Like Steve Jobs,
Uh-huh.
everyone else, they built companies.
Mm-hmm.
How did he build like Singapore to where it is today?
Mm-hmm.
And it's so different compared to like building companies.
Mm.
And who did he possibly learn from? Or how did he had that, like, business acumen, right?
Mm.
What the hell do you need to actually build a country that even until today it stands strong?
Mm.
What are the SOPs or like pillars he placed that even that continuously cycles? It's like how it continuously improves itself. I think that's amazing. And it's a country.
Yes. The most difficult type of business to build.
Yeah, and like business, like companies, they probably are in a certain industry, which makes them even smaller.
Yeah.
Then from there isn't like a lot of things that they need to focus on compared to like countries. You have the sewers to focus on, you have the pedestrian walking to like very, very small things, right?
Yeah.
Like how do you even like,
I guess he had great people, but I totally understand what you meant because when I was running my previous company as well, I mean, we had the chance to see it grow. And when it was growing, I realized that, wow, this is like running a small country, small nation of sorts. And you can do many right things and people are unhappy. You do the wrong things and then it affects the company as well. So, wow, it's really I think that's an awesome guest to be. I mean, we can't ask him on the podcast or we can't interview him anymore, but probably can read some of his books, I guess. But yeah, brilliant guy.
Like, he's like a insane leader.
I have to admit.
Yeah.
I'd agree on that 100%.
Yeah. That's crazy, man.
Nice. So recently there's quite a bit of talk about hiring local and outsourcing, right? So curious what's your thoughts on it? Do you personally outsource or do you hire local or do you do a mix of both? Which do you prefer actually?
I think to a certain extent, we do that. We want that culture instilled locally, even though there will be some cost to it. But
more
I think
expensive cost, literally.
Yes, there will be actually literally like expensive costs. But it is to weigh which is more important, whether alignment will be important or how you prefer the alignment to be. Because when you are in the office in person, it's so much easier to align with. And definitely one-to-ones where it's in our culture. It's definitely better to have it in person than through a Zoom call. That personal connection matters more to me. Hence why one of the bigger... We don't have a lot of staff in Singapore. We only have 7. We have a total of 18 staff. So I think 7 is also in Indonesia and probably 4 in Malaysia.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, so I think the importance in alignment in Singapore, I think it's better.
Okay.
But at the same time, how do we reward them based on performance? Like in Singapore, most of my team is sales, producers, and only operations. These are the people that I feel that is required to actually forefront the business, whereas the backend will be in Indonesia, where we have video editors, where we would save costs on that. And the output is so much more compared to having a Singaporean. Yeah. However, I still do believe that talents in Singapore are still required.
I see.
Yep.
But you have such an international team, right? How do you you talk about values, alignment, all this. So how do you align all of them?
We fly them over, bro.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
How regular?
How regular? Probably like a month. Like 1 month I'll go there.
Okay. Wow.
1 month they will come here also.
Okay.
So it's 2 ways on how do essentially it's like how companies scale.
Okay.
Like how you said, creating leaders that create other leaders. How do we bring a leader from that country to our country to make them understand how we operate, the company cultures, to bring it there and teach the one that is in that country? Because for us, we plan to scale 3 more countries in the future in 2026.
Mm-hmm.
How are we going to do that when possibly there will be language barriers, like maybe India or China,
Okay.
to be able to impart it to India country, which I feel like there's a lot of flying needed, which is like maybe once a month that they go here.
Wow. So you had to fly them, and you also fly to their country.
Not me.
Okay. Oh,
But
your
it's
team.
creating other leaders.
I see.
So now we have 7 in Singapore,
Okay.
and these 7 would constantly fly to their countries.
Wow.
Yeah.
I see. Do you feel that? Do you have this feeling that the people in Singapore are still very hungry, or do you feel that the people in other countries are more hungry?
I think people in Singapore is hungry, depending on who you meet. Like if you place yourself in a place where you only meet hungry people, then you only meet hungry people. It's like spotting opportunities. If you only see opportunities, then only opportunities will pop up. But if you only see obstacles, then only obstacles will pop up every single day. Yeah. So for us, we are very lucky because we are online and people see us. So they would apply to us. Yeah. Generally, these are the ones that would strive more for you because they have more to uphold to. And we are very, very lucky for that. Yep.
So you since you have such a huge team everywhere, and you also mentioned must hire the right people, must be aligned in values, right? So what are maybe 2 or 3 things you look out for to hire the right person?
Wow. I think being able to vibe with a person. Like, I think I came across this recently, as much as we have been vibe testing it, is to ask yourself whether you are comfortable with traveling with this person or not.
Okay.
I think that's one.
Okay.
Other than that,
That's
it's
the
also...
vibe test.
Yeah, it's a vibe
check.
test.
Okay.
I think, it's so important, man.
Okay.
Right? And I think on top of that is the alignment in value. Whether if you would hire someone with a flawed mindset compared to what is natural to your teammates. It's like a growth junkie. And I'm grateful that my teammates, they are like super soldiers. Compared to like maybe 100 soldiers, you prefer 10 super soldiers, which they are able to work even outside work hours. And maybe let's say if I ask them to come on a Saturday, they will come, or even on a Sunday, they will come. Compared to someone who just goes back home on the dot and prefers to commit to something else, which is perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just that there will be a misalignment in that, which what we look for is otherwise. Yeah, someone who considers work also their life, which what we have successfully integrated in the company. Yeah.
How do you test for that?
It's just how comfortable this person is.
I see.
In terms of committing hours outside of work.
Okay.
Maybe let's say there will be a shoot on a Saturday, and it's a boring business or it's a cool business, doesn't matter. Would they be able to attend to it? Yep. And maybe we organize events outside during work hours. Would they be able to front it or attend it? Yep. Something like that.
I see. So, by the way, tell me a little bit about these events. I know the Koocester group is actually running a lot of these events. There's the golf event, there's the pickleball events. So, what are you aiming to do with this? Or what's the purpose of this event?
I think it's very essential that businesses have these events.
Okay.
At the same time, I'm trying to cultivate this culture of growth, like people who's constantly seeking growth to come about together and actually spend a lot more time together so that we can grow even faster. At the same time, I feel I face a difficulty in it because I'm not used to having or building communities, not just from the experiences. I think not because of lack of experience, but communities are basically, or how I would see it, are like families. Like very close-knitted, always care, always is loving towards the people around the community. It's something that I did not grow up with. So I find difficulty with tying those two together or like bringing communities together because I always detach with that feeling of a family, or I'm rather not used to it. or I don't know how it feels like. Which to me, building the community is like so hard, but I'm still trying.
So how are you going about solving this? Do you have a community leader?
No idea, man. I don't have we do have my teammates taking part.
Okay.
Occasionally handling the events.
Okay.
Which in 100% without a heartbeat, I feel like they are better than this.
I see.
Yes.
So if you're like playing soccer, pickleball, golf.
Yes, we have golf.
He has a lot of events, community events planned, so you can check it out on his Instagram page. All right. So I think one other thing I'd like to ask, right, is that I mean, you mentioned that people come and look for you, apply for your jobs because of your brand. They come look for you, right? And I think you have done a fantastic job building this brand, right? How do you go about it? Was it always like that from the start, or did it evolve into something bigger? Like, how do you even build such a strong brand where people come and look for you? Yeah, because normally people, when they apply for jobs, right, they apply for those big companies, MNCs, right, Meta, Amazon. But you have people like, hey, I want to be part of this Koocester group. How do you do that?
Well, that comes in naturally, man.
Okay. So you're not that bad at building communities and this kind of thing, lah.
Maybe.
How did this brand become so huge or so recognized worldwide? Yeah.
I think for us, we don't really focus on the brand building that much. Rather, we focus on the impact that we create. I think because of that, we constantly seek quality people to be featured. And the more quality that we have, the better content that it makes, because there will be more impact that is created. And this goes from people in the age of 12 or 9 even to the age of 60 or 70s, that they watch the videos and feel inspired by it, because we are in three different platforms. Because of that, we would rather find sometimes brand placements in the video itself, where we associate our brands to these quality people. And it naturally happens, like people often see like, hey, you mix around with this guy, you're probably the same. It goes the same with brand association. We mix around with a lot of quality people. We are also perceived as one. And because of these, it attracts brands and people and a lot more things also. But these two is how we make our money.
I see.
Yeah. This is where the revenue comes. Yep. So from there, we get those quality people to come in terms of hires.
Wow. Okay. So you basically build your brand by associating with other premium brands as well. And they see you all at the same group, where you say so?
Yep. I'm grateful for that.
Nice. So I think you have a very interesting transition, right? You're delivering food, and there's a lot of people who deliver food and they just continue delivering food, but yet you managed to turn it into, use it as a springboard for something else, right? You launch this fantastic business. Do you have some experience growing up that helped you think in this kind of business mentality, or how do they come about? Because most people don't make this leap, right? They think of delivering food. Some people even deliver food like that's their retirement job. But to you, it was a springboard. So why was it so different for you?
I think a lot of people don't make the right decisions.
Okay.
And the way that I see opportunities or making decisions is very simple, where maybe the addressable market is really that huge. Maybe the most common answer from the supercar owners is they do business. So what would be the right decision? Is doing business,
I see.
Because if I want to be in that position, then I have to do business. And I think generally is something that I teach to my team on how to make good decisions, or even to get to where I am today, is thinking of a how. Instead of asking yourself, why can I do this? Or what? Or any other 5 Ws, is to always utilize the 1 H. Is really asking yourself, how can I make this happen? It's always that. And from there, you would have decisions. There will be plenty of decisions for you to make. Instead of saying maybe a yes or no, think in probabilities. I think at the end of the day, a yes and no gives you 50-50. if you have to put it whether the percentage of this that will work out is maybe 70, 50, it's for sure you need to go for the 70%. And on top of this, at the end of the day, just make a good decision. There's no right or wrong decisions. You just need to make a good decisions. Like you just need to make a good decision. It's not that hard to make a good decision. And eventually it will just slowly go up.
I see. But do you come from a family of business people?
Oh, no. I grew up without both.
I see.
Yeah.
But yet you still managed to build your own business relatively quite successfully, right? Like how do you have people along the way helping you, or to think like a business? Because most Singaporeans, right, they will just get a job. Is to think like a business doesn't come naturally to most people. So how do you go there?
I'm grateful that I'm gifted in thinking very positively.
Okay.
I think it's in my trait that I'm very, very optimistic person.
Okay.
Which results in being very, very ambitious. And because of a quote that I heard early in the beginning, and it's something that I've always listened to this podcast, even when during the delivery days, I listen to this podcast every single day. And it literally, in the title of that podcast is, if you listen to this every day, you'll be successful.
Okay.
And it mentioned that to get something that you never had is really to do something you never did. Which allows you to make mistakes, try different things, try new things all the time. And because you grow that discomfort of always trying something new, it becomes a norm to you. And in the podcast also, it mentioned that there will be a lot of failures, is to fail big and also resulting in winning big. I think that's the more important thing.
Okay.
Yep.
Now you made the audience very curious. What is this podcast? Or what's the title of this podcast?
I'll always share, but that's literally it. It's by Denzel Washington.
Oh, okay.
It's like insane. Like even until now,
Okay.
in the shower, I still listen to it every morning.
Wow.
Yeah, because I think it drives the ambition. Like maybe when I started 5 years ago, and from being broke and not be able to afford like food, right? Because during FoodPanda days, I used to beg for food. So to where I am now, I'm living very comfortably. And the state of mind back then is I'm already living in the future where I want to retire within the 5 years.
Okay.
And I feel a lot of people today, their state of mind is in the past, which means that you might have some unresolved issue in the past where you hold resentment towards. And maybe for instance for me, my parents, I grew up without them. A lot of people maybe hold resentment to that why are they being brought to this world with no parents? And if you would have accepted it and forgiven them and let it go, I think you'll be better far off. Because when you extinguish that fire in your heart, you're healing yourself. And because of this, you get to do better, which allows you to think in the state of the future where you want to be and manifesting it. I think that's so important. But it's only because of this little thing. And is in also, Enneagram. I'm Enneagram 7, which it is in my trait to move on very, very quickly.
I see.
Yeah, and which results to this. But I don't know what specifically happened in the upbringing that allows me to do this. But I'm very grateful.
Because I think there are people who grew up like that and they were more angry or more resentful, right?
Yes.
But I think in speaking to you all the time, I have seen that you are very positive, very energetic, very optimistic, and that has helped you. I think it's amazing that, you mentioned the FoodPanda days, right? While other people are maybe stuck in there for maybe a few years, you managed to just grow and transit. You attribute it to this mentality of yours, like living in the future kind of mindset.
What's the question?
It's just like, will you attribute like the ability how you manage to transit out because of this mentality of yours?
I think so. I think the other thing is to just think simply.
Okay.
I don't know whether it is because I don't think a lot or I just do.
Okay.
It's maybe, let's say back then I needed to sleep during a shift work during FoodPanda. I would just find a place that is private. like the mailbox place.
Okay.
And I just sleep there.
Okay.
And if I'm hungry, I just need to find food. I don't necessarily need to buy food.
Okay.
I just need to find food.
Okay.
So I think the resourcefulness was from there.
I think that's resourceful. I won't say you think simple because a simple guy don't
It's
tell
really
me want to
simple.
expand
Like if
no
you
many,
want,
so many
if you want
country.
1 million,
Okay.
just find the money.
Okay.
That's all, ma.
Okay.
Like if you need like whatever that you need, whatever problems that you have, maybe you have problems of remembering something or like you forgot something. Just remember.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's people put it like so hard, but it's actually so simple.
Okay.
Like I think because of that, it improves my resourcefulness in some ways. I feel.
I see. So I think it sounds like you're a guy who know what you want and just do it lah. It just, I don't think you overcomplicate what you do, and you're just like, okay, if I want 1 million, I just do this lah. If I want to eat food, I just grab this lah. You know, so it sounds like, so maybe can you share with us what is one struggle that you have that you find it very difficult?
I don't think I find difficulty in anything.
Wow.
I think if you see it as difficult, then it will be. Yeah. Maybe I don't know. Like what's like if you're fat, you want to be skinny, you just eat lesser. I mean, it's that simple, right?
That is the wisest diet advice you can give to anyone who is on the larger
or like go
end.
exercise.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you never struggle with this kind. You just do it by pure discipline.
I feel like just do the opposite.
Meaning?
Like same thing. Like if you want to be muscular, just work out. Yeah.
So okay lah. I think you take quite a simplistic, simple approach to solving most of life's problems. I see. Okay. I actually at this point of time, right, I recently saw this diary. You know, Diary of the CEO, right?
Yes.
Stephen Bartlett. So he has this bunch of cards, which I brought with me today. Okay, so
that is a very, very, it opens up.
Yeah, it's very interesting because he also has many guests on his podcast, and each of his guests will usually end off with a question, and then for a question for the next guest. So he created this thing. I mean, I'm not marketing it for him lah. It's just I thought it's very brilliant because he has many interesting guests, and like what we mentioned just now, right? The quality of the question also determines the quality of the answers that you get. So I thought that I brought it along with me today. I just got it delivered. So I thought that maybe
Am I the first that you try this on?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes. So I'm just going to take some random.
Shuffle it, bro.
Hey, the top 4 or 5 is the nicer ones, I would say.
Really?
Yeah. Try. You can pick any one of the question.
Then there's a QR code in the back.
Yes. It's later you'll understand. It's a very brilliant marketing thing from him.
Wow.
Brilliant, right?
Wow.
Brilliant. Okay, look at the question first. Okay, maybe you can read out what's the question. This feels like a bit like tarot cards, man. But yeah, what is the question over there? And who give the answer?
Why? Whose name is this? Like below.
Okay, let me read out for you. Okay, so the question is, what are you clear about now that 1 year ago you didn't know? And this question was asked by Chris Voss. So Chris Voss is a guy who he wrote Never Split the Difference, a book about negotiation. He's a former FBI negotiator, always had to deal with hostage situations and all. So a brilliant guy, brilliant book. If you all want, you can go check out his book. I read his book. I love it. Teaches you how to negotiate some things like some things you can't 50-50, right? You know, every time they always say, oh, let's split the difference. But if you're in a hostage situation, you're 7 guys, you cannot say, I give you half the money, you give me 3.5 guys. So he always had to do this kind of life and death situation. But yeah, this question is from him. Very interesting. So it says, what are you clear about now that you didn't know 1 year ago?
Delayed gratification, man.
Delayed gratification.
Yeah.
You just found out this last year?
Like last year, I didn't know about it, but it's so much clearer to me on why we should practice that.
Okay.
Because there's so much more benefits that outweighs whatever instant gratification is today. Which, if you could have just waited for a few seconds, or not a few seconds, but a bit later, the reward is so much more. Maybe last year I bought a Porsche. If I had waited and maybe used or recycled that money, if my past self would know that if I would have saved and know what to do with that, I would have probably gotten a Ferrari this year. or much, much better car.
Wow.
Or maybe if I choose to save even further, I'll probably get like a better looking car or even like a huge landed property.
You delay your Porsche to get the Ferrari, or delay the
something
Porsche
like
to get the landed. Wow.
Delayed something to get something that's so much better.
I see.
Yeah.
So I think we talked about this previously, right? We say like, well, delayed gratification, the best thing you can do is to invest in your business. But delayed gratification is one of those things that's usually easier said than done, right?
Yes,
a lot of people,
man.
Why do you think so? Why is it so hard? Like, yeah.
I think because temptations.
Okay.
People usually want their milestones to be seen.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like a Rolex, like something they can show within their success. I think if it's some way or somehow that they find it in themselves, how they want to perceive in the values of money, I think to have this conversation with yourself means a lot and can actually rectify that temptation of getting instant gratification. Maybe how you want to be perceived. Do you want to be perceived as someone who is humble or someone who is successful? There will be different definitions to that, to different people. And to know what you want truly and how should you spend your money in terms of tracking it, how much is your passion, maybe in terms of golfing. Spend unlimited amount of money in golfing. But maybe something that you don't even need. Like maybe a watch. Maybe you can cut less on that because it doesn't define you, right? Maybe if golfing defines you more, then you can probably spend more on that. Which, yeah, that's a way to practice delayed gratification. Actually.
So it sounds like you have this conversation with yourself already. So I'll ask you, by putting you on the spot, how do you want yourself to be defined by? How will you define yourself, rather?
I think I really don't need the credit of people knowing me.
Okay.
Hence why I never have shown myself. The credit should be given to those who impacts maybe the company, which the brand is there to impact people. I don't need that much credit, nor do I want myself to be famous. I think what we give and impact others is so much more. What we have today, maybe I have the Porsche. I can't take it to the grave. But what I have imparted on my staff and what they would use this information to impart to others, I think that lasts a lifetime and that means so much more than anything that can buy. Which I'm grateful for that.
I see.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, thanks for sharing that. I thought that's very, very deep, and that's a very self-aware thought. I think not many people have this or would dare to have this conversation with themselves. I mean, that's why everyone likes to buy all the things that makes them happy and all.
I'm grateful. I reflect every single day. I spend most of my time reflecting nowadays.
It's a habit of yours, or?
It's like natural, like you constantly think.
I see. Wow. Okay. In your ice bath.
Yeah, I mean the ice bath, or like, people usually want that habit or seek that. Yeah, I just want to get everything off. Like maybe a holiday would just get me off, or watching or doing an activity would just get me off not thinking. I don't like that about, maybe if I ever feel like that, I wouldn't like that about myself. Even like in movies, I find something to them, like, what is this trying to teach me?
Wow. Yeah. You're constantly thinking, even while watching a movie.
Yeah. And it actually trains your muscle. Like it increases the neuroplasticity of that.
I see.
Like, yeah, which is insane.
So Koocester, I think you mentioned that you had an ice bath at home, right?
Yeah.
So can you share, like, why do you even have an ice bath at home, and what do you do with it?
Oh, I think there will be there's a lot of benefits to the ice bath in terms of it increases, maybe you just ChatGPT and you can find that it boosts the dopamine.
Okay.
Yeah,
and how often do you do this?
I tried to do it. I used to try to do it every single day.
Okay.
But it's really, it's actually, to be honest, very hard to go into the ice bath. Like, it is a huge mental barrier to get over. Okay. Which we typically do it. I do it more than once per week because I have my clients or friends that come over to do it. The whole company does it once a week.
Wow. So your whole company have to go.
Yes, that's the culture.
That's the culture.
Yes, the culture
Is
in the
there
company.
like a filtering process? Like, guys, if you want to go for so if you want to work with him, you have to go ice bath, okay?
So we do it every Friday.
What's the rationale for it?
The rationale for it is because it's such a huge mental barrier.
Okay.
Like you have to take out the clothes, you have to just be uncomfortable, go in the water. And it's not like a bath. It's ice bath, like it's 1 degree.
Yeah.
And it hurts to be in 1 degree. And it takes like 3 minutes, which you just need to stay in it, be resilient, testing your grit, which eventually grows your discomfort muscle. Because it's something that you really don't want to do, but you're forced to do it.
I see.
And this reflects on the work.
Okay.
Maybe some things that you don't want to do is bopian, you just have to do.
I see.
But in this sense also, we teach that you have to do it willingly. Maybe the task that you're given is a very low leverage task, or maybe a task that you shouldn't even be doing, that maybe it's out of your job scope. But even then, you still have to do it. Is do it willingly. As much as maybe you complain about it, just don't complain about it. Just do it willingly. Because let's say if you complain, eventually you'll just still complaining. It's a negative reaction towards it. Whereas it will ripple to, oh, maybe I don't even like this job. Which actually you do. Actually there's a lot more benefits to that. And at the end of it, when you complain and when you do it willingly, the outcome will be so different. Because you're doing it with your heart. Yeah. So that really goes a long way on why we choose to do that.
Do you filter your team members by the ice bath? Are there people that didn't want to do the ice bath and then?
Yeah, they say they want to quit ice bath.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, but I mean, when we explain the rationale of that, and I hope they understand.
I see.
Which they will plan on need to do. And you see, do it still willingly.
I see.
Yeah.
By the way, we talked about hiring well and stuff like that, right? So can you share with us your worst hire? Like what made your hire didn't work out? And
are you listening to this podcast?
They won't know who you referring to them lah. Like
there's only one of that kind.
Oh no, you only fired one guy? Okay,
no.
okay.
I think so far we have fired like probably 3.
Okay.
And all of these, the common values are just misalignment. And they are not willing to grow as fast as us. And to be honest, it's very specific if I want to say it.
Okay. No, don't, let's not go into specifics. But maybe you can share with us 1 or 2 traits of your best hire and 1 or 2 traits of your worst hire.
That would be a better one.
Let's go with that.
Okay, so I think the worst hires, which again, I think Gen Zs are the best ones because they usually, or speaking of the younger Gen Zs, they are typically, if you really find the right one, they are hungry.
So hunger is the
so
trait.
you're essentially,
I mean, it's not an age thing, right? It's a trait thing, right?
It is. In what I'm saying next might make sense in terms of they are willing to. It's like painting in a blank canvas. You're able to shape and mold them on how you want to be, compared to someone who's experienced. And usually, if they are not willing to unlearn and relearn, it's very difficult to actually erase that and how you want to set the standards to be, because they will keep comparing. On maybe let's say their previous company, they don't do this. My previous company, everyone goes back at 6 on the sharp, 6 p.m. sharp. Whereas the intern or the Gen Z that is just on a blank canvas, they would think that maybe the work ethics here is supposed to be like this. Maybe work life is supposed to be like that. And to set that expectation, I think is super important. Yeah, maybe I'm not a good leader to teach expectation. I'm not good in expectation setting. Maybe that's my flaw. Yeah, but that's what my experience is.
So the best one is a hungry blank canvas.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, at this point we can still do that.
Okay.
And I think in a position of maybe a finance person, I think we can't have that. We need someone experienced in that. Right? So I think it differs on what position that we're looking for.
Okay.
Generally, I feel like that works best for us as we are a new company and everything is generally easy to pick up and we have the resources and training required already.
I see.
It's just more on the overview of things.
And you are saying that the worst hire is one that cannot unlearn.
Yes.
Keep comparing to old company, previous company, something like that.
So the worst hire is all the negative trait that's there, which they complain, they dismiss things, they probably are not punctual. It's all these things that is in the mindset that ripples it to how they do their work. Yep.
I see.
I think, actually, yeah, you sparked a light in me, man. Maybe I should spot that on how they perceive things and how they point out these negative things. Wow, that's a step closer to hiring correctly.
Nice. Maybe before we end off, right, I wanted to ask you, so what's next for you? What's next for the Koocester group? Like, where you're going with? What's the next big thing for you?
What impact that we have created in Singapore, I think it's super useful. And the videos that we make, they are very, very impactful in the values that we give. Although that this population is small and we are very limited because it's Singapore, we expanded by going into Malaysia, Indonesia, where the bigger population can actually have more effect, have more of the impact on, which we don't want it to just be Singapore, Malaysia, and Indonesia. We want it to be in Dubai. We want it to be in US. We want it to be in India. In everywhere that we can touch, in everywhere that we can impart this knowledge to. And this would, I feel like it's very essential, like people to know the basic habits of maybe personal finance, basic habits of just life itself, on how you are supposed to be a better quality person, and seeking knowledge and lifelong learning, right? It's a very good habit to have. And humans are supposed to do that. And with technology in social media, I think to consume it in the right way is a must to a lot of people. And how do we create this and also enable it? Maybe workshop and courses that you are going to be a part of. How do we combine people together to enable it?
Okay.
And also benefit this community that we have.
I see.
And including all these lifestyle compared to maybe just staying at home. Let's play golf. Let's play football. Let's play pickleball. You know, active lifestyle that we are encouraging. Also, it's integrated to the company and also in the community.
I see.
Which, that's what we want to impart to a lot of people. And to enable that, then just inspire them. Yep.
So maybe last but not least, do you have anything you want to say to the audience, or any inspiring last words you want to share with them?
I think what Koocester is supposed to be is a symbol of inspiration, empowering growth, and it's always powered by people. Yep. That was something that I would like to share.
Nice. Okay, so thank you very much, everyone. I hope you all enjoyed the time with Koocester. It's very hard to get him on board, and even harder to get him to show his face. Up to now, I'm not very sure whether this is the real guy or not, but you all will find out. Okay. So anyway, if you all enjoyed this series as well, do subscribe below. Click the link, share the links as well, and you all can always comment and let us know what other guests you want us to bring on board. All right. So thank you very much for your time. Cheers.